How is it that somebody chooses to support your organization? How is it that somebody decides that they're going to support a nonprofit organization for the first time? Well, there's a lot of ways somebody can choose to support you. And you might be familiar with the concept of the donor pyramid, right? It's been cited in many textbooks. There are great principles in it. The concept of the donor pyramid is based on this idea that people first support you with a small one-time gift, and that's the base of your pyramid. The next level up in the pyramid of giving is repeat gifts, so maybe monthly gifts that people may give you a small contribution every month. Then they might get a little higher in the pyramid of giving of support for your organization, and it's those big gifts. Yeah, we all want those big gifts. And even higher than that, it's the transformational gifts. It's like, if these are big gifts, these gifts are like, wow, really big gifts. And then at the top, you have gifts from angels, well, legacy gifts, those gifts that people leave for you when it's time for them to continue on their journey. And when Alice Ferris and I were first working with the United States of America's indigenous tribe, one of their tribes, the Hopi people, we were out on the reservation in a desolate area, miles between one city and the next. And she's explaining the donor pyramid to me 14 years ago when I started working with her. And I turned to her and I said, well, that's not how it works out here. Because I'm a farm boy from Southern Illinois in the States. And we don't show up, farm boys don't show up when somebody's in need. Our Hopi friends don't show up when somebody's in need and says, here's $5, good luck. No, that's not what we do. The first thing we do is we show up. We show up and we help. If somebody needs help, you come and help. And that's the first pillar of the House of Philanthropy that Alice and I started to work with, because we realized that the donor pyramid is a great concept. But it's not a trajectory. People don't necessarily choose to make a one-time gift and then make a repeat gift and then move up in the pyramid. They can enter at any place. But a lot of times they don't even enter in the pyramid. The manner in which they choose to support you is based on their philanthropic culture. Every community has a philanthropic culture. Every group that you ever work with has a philanthropic culture. And we realized that when we were thinking about this concept of the donor pyramid and how it might be perceived a little bit different or modified a little bit different, we came up with the concept of the House of Philanthropy. And the House of Philanthropy has the donor pyramid as the roof, and it has the culture of philanthropy for a given community as the foundation. But there are 4 pillars. And the first pillar is that of volunteerism. You show up and you help when there is somebody in need. You show up and you volunteer. Think about your nonprofit organizations. How many individuals in your nonprofit organization make a decision to show up? They may not financially be able to give, but they help you accomplish your cause. They work with you to do the good that you're trying to do. That's one way that somebody can support you without making a cash contribution. And there's others. What if you needed services? The second pillar. What if you needed services to accomplish something you're trying to do? What if you needed a plumber or an electrician or a consultant or somebody who can drive a truck or whatever that service might be? What if they were able to provide that service to you free of charge? Well, that's a very valuable thing to you. And that's another way somebody might be able to support you without making a cash contribution. They could also buy something from you. Transaction, the third pillar. They could purchase something from you. They're making a gift to you, but they are getting something in return. Every gift you ever receive as a nonprofit organization will exist on a pure spectrum from pure philanthropy to pure transaction. Pure transaction to pure philanthropy. A lot of times people enter at that level of transaction where they're getting something for what they give. And if you were able to engage them, if you were able to make your mission and to make the programs that you deliver meaningful to them, they'll move from transaction closer to philanthropy, and they will be more likely to support you for a long period of time. The fourth pillar are goods, anything that you might be able to sell. Somebody may choose to give you something that you could offer in an auction at a special event. They might choose to give you something that you could sell online or that you could make available in a raffle or something like that. Anything like that that they provide to you will earn you financial income, but it was something that they didn't give you cash in order to support your organization. So Think about these concepts. The donor pyramid is accurate in that people do choose to give financially in many different ways. But it's not the only way that somebody chooses to support a nonprofit organization. And if you think about your own donors, odds are there are people who do support you in a meaningful way, and they may not have given you cash yet. But if you serve them well and you demonstrate that the work that you do is good and valuable and it's contributing to the community, eventually they are likely to support you financially. But you have to understand their culture of philanthropy.